Hello there guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game. Of course, this is a match preview for Chelsea, well Tottenham against Chelsea, played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, their new stadium of course, and yeah, it's a tough place to go to, but we have some really good records on facing Tottenham away from home. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this game tomorrow. It's a big game. It's the game of the weekend, and of course, it's a London derby because Spurs and Chelsea, their team is based in London. So yeah, big London derby. So I'm looking forward to this game. Even though I should be a bit scared because of the likes of Kane and Son, I'm still confident because Tottenham in the last two games has been awful. Lost against Crystal Palace and drawn against Wen. So yeah. Whereas for Chelsea, we're unbeaten. We've won against Zenit. We've won it in the last three games, so that makes it 5 wins and one draw. Still not beaten, you know. If we did beat Liverpool, we would be 6 games unbeaten in the whole competition. But but the draw, I'll take it against Liverpool. But anyway, yeah, looking forward to this game, and yeah, what can I say? I mean, I'm confident that we'll win because we got a world-class striker for Chelsea Football Club, and that is Lukaku. You've been looking to add more goals to his tally because in the Premier League um, he scored 3 goals in his last 3 games, which is unbelievable. You know, the game against Aston Villa, like I've said, he had 2 chances and took 2 of them. That's what we needed, and I hope that Lukaku can deliver against Tottenham because it won't be an easy game. Tottenham defense looked really good. Well, when they played against City, against Wolves, against who else? Oh, I've forgotten now. Against Watford. So yeah, and those type of games were at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And of course, Wolves should have beaten Tottenham, but Tottenham did defend really well. So yeah, even though Tottenham has been poor in the last 2 games, it's still a tough place to go to because there's going to be Tottenham fans singing. They want to see performance. They want to see Tottenham beating Chelsea for the first time since 3 years ago. Because I remember 3 years ago in 2018, Tottenham ended our unbeaten run under a Mitchell Sorry when they beat us 3-1 at Wembley. But then after that, we were unbeaten against Tottenham. Whether it's at Stamford Bridge or Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, we always beat them. So could this be our sixth London Derby away win for Chelsea Football Club? Could it actually be in a row? Because Arsenal beat us. That the last time we've lost the London Derby was against Arsenal when they beat us 1-0. After that, we we beat Crystal Palace. We beat Arsenal in the pre-season. We drew against Tottenham. We beat Arsenal at home. No, Arsenal at the Emirates in the Premier League. What and who else did we face? I've forgotten. Yeah, I've forgotten. But yeah, so could this be our sixth away Arsenal win or sixth away London derby in a row, for Chelsea Football Club? Hopefully that it is because if we lose or even get a draw, I'll be so disappointed. I mean, losing to a team, yeah, that's been poor in the last 2 games. I'm not accepting that whatsoever. Not accepting that. So yeah, Tottenham, they've got injuries, Steven Bergwijn is out. Chanchank has been suspended. I'm not sure about the Son one. I'm hearing that he's fit enough to start, but I'm really not sure. I think Dime might be injured as well. So they've got 4 injuries. But the good news for Chelsea is that N'Golo Kante is fit and he could potentially start in tomorrow's game against Tottenham. But Reece James is still suspended after that red card against Liverpool. I think Christian Pulisic might be still injured. So yeah, those two are out. You know, we've got one injury and one suspended. Even though I think Anthony Taylor got the wrong decision, but yeah, Reece James unfortunately won't be featuring in next Saturday's game against Man City. I'm so worried about that because that is like the Champions League final just rehearsal when we beat them 1-0 and Reece James was absolutely brilliant and now he's not going to start. I'm feeling worried about next Saturday when we face Man City at home, but yeah, but we wait and see. But yeah, Reece James still not going to play for Chelsea since it's 3 games that he's not playing. I think maybe after the City game he will be available. So yeah, so Reece James didn't play against Aston Villa. He's not going to play against Tottenham and not going to play against Man City. Whereas for Christian Pulisic, he's still injured, but thank God N'Golo Kante is back. And if he is fit, if he's fit enough to start, then I wanted to see him start because this is a big game. This is a big game. Even though Tottenham are not like Liverpool or City or United, it's still a big game because it's a London derby. So yeah, and it's at their ground, so that's a tough place to go to. But if Chelsea can get another clean sheet and another 3 points, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow's game. So yeah, that's basically it. And we faced Tottenham Hotspur Stadium twice. We scored 3 times and we've conceded none. Tottenham have never ever scored against Chelsea at their new ground. You know, they did against City, Liverpool, Manchester United, but not Chelsea at their ground. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, hopefully we can get another clean sheet and another 3 points. That is all I want from tomorrow's game because as I'm recording this right now, City drew against Southampton, whereas for Liverpool, they're on top of the table because they beat Crystal Palace. So let's hope we can be back in second place so that we can at least show people that we are serious and we are title contenders. And the only way to do that is to win against Spurs, which I know that we're definitely going to do that tomorrow. And let's hope that it happens. So yeah, that is what I've heard, and that's the basic stats I've given you. So let's move straight on into the starting lineup. So my starting lineup, of course, today is going to be a 3-4-2-1 formation because it suits. Even though we're not scoring um enough goals, like say four, you like 4 goals past teams like Watford or something like that. But at least we're winning and keeping a clean sheet. So that's why I still trust this lineup. So in goal, of course, it's Mendy. I mean, I'm hoping that Chelsea players, especially in the midfield, let's say either Kovacic or maybe the defense, don't make any mistake because if it weren't for Mendy making those saves against Aston Villa, we'd have been in big, big trouble. So I want these defense to not make any mistake and allow Mendy to just sit, just not do anything. Oh no, not do anything for the whole game. Of course, he is good. He has to make some big saves when Tottenham on their counter attack. But let's hope the defense can make Mendy just do nothing, because yeah, he was so busy against Aston Villa, but hopefully the defense and the midfield don't make any mistake because Mendy was angry when he saw that against Aston Villa, and he said the next game against Tottenham, don't do that ever again, and that's what I like for Mendy. So yeah, he's in goal. And he's our number 1 goalkeeper so far. He's starting to become like Czech, starting to become like Czech. Of course, he's not the greatest goalkeeper ever, but he's getting there. He's getting there. He's a great number 1. I'm so glad we signed him from last season because that's what we need. Excuse me. So Mendy starts in goal. My back three, my back three is going to be Rudiger on the left, Christensen as centre back, and Azpilicueta as the right centre back. Now, I'm not sure if Thiago Silva is going to start this game, especially since it's at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I'm really not sure because remember when we beat them 1-0 last season, Thiago Silva was injured. So the only reason why I didn't want to start him is because I don't want him to get injured again. I didn't want to get injured. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, like I was saying, last season when we beat Tottenham 1-0, Thiago Silva did so well, and then unfortunately he came off with injured. But then Christensen, when he replaced Thiago Silva, was absolutely phenomenal. So for this game, I don't want it to happen again because Thiago Silva was absolutely superb against Aston Villa. The blocks, the tackles, everything from him against Aston Villa was superb. If I think Thomas Tuchel will start him because The way, because the way he saw Thiago Silva did against Aston Villa, so he will start him. But for me, I've got to start Christensen because he has he has been one of the best centre backs for Chelsea so far last season and this season as well. So yeah, if he gets injured, then yeah, put Thiago Silva to replace him. But for this game, I'm gonna start Christensen and Azpilicueta um, always doing well as the captain, especially the assist for Lukaku's second goal was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. If he could keep on doing that, I know that Chelsea can beat Tottenham, you know. So yeah, so he goes as my right centre back. Now we move on into the wing backs. The left one is going to be Marcos Alonso. I thought he had a decent game against Aston Villa. I mean, but he couldn't manage to get a brilliant crossing into Lukaku, you know. Lukaku is always on the box saying, "Look, pass the ball to me," but he just doesn't get them right enough crosses. And yeah, he had a chance to score for himself, but unluckily, the goalkeeper saved it comfortably. So yeah, but Marcus Alonso always does really well against Tottenham, always doing really well. Whether it's getting a goal and or an assist, he always does well against Tottenham. So that's why I'm going to start Marcus Alonso for today's game. Of course, on the right wing back, sorry, it's got to be Canal to the door because, like I said before, Reece James is still suspended. He's not allowed to play against Tottenham. So yeah, Hudson-Odoi didn't do too bad against Aston Villa, but he just couldn't manage to get the right pass in. So yeah, but hopefully Callum Hudson-Odoi can do absolutely well on the right wing back and cause some threat for Chelsea Football Club when it comes to counter-attacking. So yeah, hopefully Hudson-Odoi can do what Reece James does. So yeah, and also defend as well, even though he doesn't even though he plays well on in the wing. So yeah, but hopefully Carlos Joy can provide an assist for one of the goals. Now we move on into the two pivots or the two DMs, and my two DM is going to be N'Golo Kante and Kovacic. Now the reason why I put N'Golo Kante in is because, like I said, this is a big game. If he starts Jorginho, then I'll be fine with that. Then maybe the game against Manchester City, maybe he could he can start. But for this game, I want to start N'Golo Kante because without Tinya, these mistakes, like Sound against did against Aston Villa, was horrendous. And I know N'Golo Kante will never do that. So alongside him and Kovacic, now the reason why I dropped Jorginho on the bench is because even though in the last two games he's done well, Kovacic bossed it. He done it against Aston Villa, and and he done it against Liverpool or something like that. Yeah, against Liverpool. So yeah, Kovacic was the man of the could have got the man of the match against Aston Villa, but for me, I chose Thiago Silva. But Kovacic, you know, absolutely brilliant. One goal, one assist, away at home at Aston Villa. So yeah, so so if Kovacic can do what he always does, I believe here that I will eat humble pie and say, you know what, we see the real Mateo Kovacic from a Wichita Surrey or perhaps from Frank Lampard because last season he was okay, but this season he's getting there. He's getting there. So yeah, look, and so my two pivot is going to be both N'Golo Kante if he's fit enough to start and Kovacic. Now we move on into the wings, you know, the two wings. And this one might be interesting. I know you guys are thinking, really? But you understand why. So on the right wing, I'm gonna put in perhaps Mason Mount. Although I think um probably Thomas Tuchel will start Kai Havertz because he had a bit of a poor game, Kai Havertz, against Aston Villa, and so is Mason Mount. But Mason Mount always does well against Tottenham. You know, he always does well. And when it comes to big games like this, he can deliver. Remember that goal against Liverpool last season? He does really well in big games. So that's why I believe that Mason Mount can do better than he did when we faced Aston Villa. And that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. alongside him, I'm gonna put in Timo Werner because I know the Tottenham fans don't like him, but I don't care. Timo Werner, when it comes to Tottenham, he always does well. Last season against Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, he always scores. He did that against Leipzig when they beat them 2-0. He done it against Chelsea when unfortunately we went out of the Carabao Cup. But when it comes to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, he does really well. And his penalty got Chelsea the 3 points because Eric Dyer fouled Timo Werner on the box and Jorginho scored a penalty. So yeah, I'm gonna put in Timo Werner. Even though you guys think I may be crazy, you'll understand why I put him there because I know against Tottenham he can always deliver well. He's fast, he's got pace, but the only problem is the goal. It's the goal that's the problem that I'm worried about. And last and not least, a world-class striker, Lukaku, has to start. And yeah, for me, yeah, I think Lukaku is not getting enough service, and that's why he's not being able to get maybe a hat trick or maybe 2 goals. So I want these Chelsea players to feed the ball to him when you see him running in the middle or as a striker, when you see him running, pass the ball to him so that you can tell and see if Lukaku is going to score or not, or if he's going to miss. But Lukaku, yeah, he don't miss. He's not like Timo Werner. So the order for him to get more than 20 goals in the Premier League is to provide and give him service. Because if we don't give him service, then he's not going to win the Golden Boot. So I believe that either Kovacic or maybe Kante or maybe somebody pass the ball to Lukaku, and then you see if he's going to score, and hopefully he does. So for this game, hopefully Lukaku can score maybe like 2 goals or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting tomorrow. But hopefully we could we can get a win. We can get a win. So yeah, that's what I think. What you guys think as well. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Now, let's move on into my prediction. Now, of course, if you do watch the series on Premier League predictions, I said that Chelsea are going to go to White Hart Lane or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and beat them 2-0. That is my prediction. I believe we'll keep a clean sheet, and I believe we can beat Tottenham at the stadium yet again. If we lose, angry. If we drew, still angry. But if we win, happy days because I don't want to see Chelsea losing to Spurs at all. At all. Especially that 3-1 defeat, which I cannot take my mind off it. That was a horrific performance. But um, hopefully, it's not going to be played at Wembley. It's going to be played at their ground, and we always dominate Tottenham when we play at their ground, and also at Stamford Bridge as well. And we never concede, never concede. Like I said, 3 goals, none conceded. So yeah, and hopefully Lukaku get as much service as he should have done against Zenit. You know, even though we've won and he scored a goal, he hasn't get much service. So that's why I think hopefully tomorrow's game when we beat them, hopefully Lukaku gets as much service so that he can at least score maybe two two goals and maybe gain a hat trick. Because that's what we want. That's what he wants as well, if he wants to win the Golden Boot. So yeah, hopefully Lukaku gets as much service as he can possibly can. So that's it, guys. I'm confident. Are you guys confident? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you are new, hit the subscribe button. Hit this like button if you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell notification so you never miss any of my content. And don't forget to share this to everybody so that they can enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a live watch along to that game. Hopefully it will be another happy watch along, and you won't see me angry and screaming and shouting like I did against Liverpool. So yeah, hopefully that watch along will keep on making me buzzing. I'm happy whenever we score goals and hopefully get the win. So make sure you stay tuned to tomorrow's video for the watch along, of course. So see you guys tomorrow. Take care, and as always, up the Chels.